Hey ladies, I'm Jamie, and the title of this video is Why You Don't Get Date Number 2 or 3. We've all been on that date, right? Where we think it went really, really well, and you're excited about date number 2, and then there's no follow-up. You don't hear from this guy again. So why? What happened? What went wrong? So I think there are 3 primary reasons that you are not getting that second callback. But let's look at some other reasons, okay? Just in case. Let's look at maybe there's no connection. He met up with you, you felt a connection, but he didn't feel the connection, he didn't feel the chemistry. Okay, that could be it, but I'm telling you, there are a few things that you can do that every man will instantly feel like they have a connection and chemistry with you. So stay tuned. The second reason, maybe he has an ex that he's just not over. He's been dumped or he just got out of a relationship. He's trying to move on. He thought he was over it and he's not. Hey, ladies, there's not much you can do about that. But again, I think if you show up the way I'm going to tell you to show up on date 1, he's going to forget all about that ex. Let's say you were just too easy on date 1. So you slept with a guy on date 1. Yeah, you might not get a follow-up call. You might get a call because he wants another hookup. But if he's really interested in a long-lasting relationship with someone, you might not get a call back from him because you were so easy, you didn't have any standards. He wanted a woman that was a little bit harder to get. Maybe he met somebody else. So let's say you guys met on online dating and he's got dates lined up for the next 5 days. So he meets you on Thursday night, but he goes out with another girl on Friday night. He decides he likes her better, so then you don't get a call back. But more than likely, you probably did something that turned him off, something that made him feel like there's no connection here. So what could those things be? So let's be self-reflective. We've all missed it a time or two. So let's look in the mirror and say, where could I possibly be missing it at? I think there are 3 main areas that generally turn everyone off. So let's see if you're engaging in one of these 3 negative traits. The first one is just being negative, being kind of a Debbie Downer, a complainer, a whiner. So let's say you're on this date and he asks you about work, coworkers, and you're just critical about all of it. You're complaining about your job, your coworkers, you're complaining about your ex-boyfriend, you're complaining about the food, the waitress. You're just kind of down. You're just negative. Listen, nobody wants to go home to a woman like that. Nobody wants to dwell in a house with a grouchy woman. The second negative trait could be that you come across very haughty, very kind of judgy, better than everybody else, critical of other people, like you kind of put yourself on this pedestal. And I think sometimes women do this, not really believing that they're better than anybody else, but they want to impress this guy. So they act like they're not super impressed with the food, or they may make fun of somebody that walks into the restaurant and say, oh my gosh, look how they're dressed. I would never come to a restaurant like this, dressed like that. You know, they want to try to make themselves appear so above other people that they are so impressive. I don't know. I just feel like some women, and men do this too, but some women try to kind of build themselves up in that way, but it really is a turnoff for men. They don't want a woman who's constantly bashing other people. Listen, ladies, you want to be the woman that builds up other people because she is so rare, so cool. You want to be the woman that builds up other women for sure. The third thing you could be doing is maybe you're just so insecure. Your language, your body language, the way you talk, you're not making proper eye contact, you're folding your arms, you're just awkward to talk to. And we're all a little awkward sometimes, but you're just overly insecure, maybe about your body type, whatever it is. And that is a turnoff to men. Men want a woman who's confident. So now let me tell you how to turn these things around so that you get date number 2. First of all, I have a website coming out soon. If you've been following me, I know I've been telling you that. I apologize. It really is in the works. The website will be called She's Everyday, she'severyday.com. On that website, I will have links to a couple of e-courses that are phenomenal. I will have links to my published books, videos on there, a podcast link. I will also have opportunities for coaching with me if you feel like your relationship is really in need of a little extra help. It will be called she'severyday.com, and I will link it to one of these videos when it's up and running. So hit the like, hit the subscribe so that you are made aware of when that website comes out. Okay, how do you turn this around? Well, number one, be positive. Be the cheerleader in the room. Be the one who has the glass half full. Be the person that's like, you're like a flame and moths are drawn to you. Everybody is drawn to the flame in a dark world. You know, life is hard. Life is harsh. You don't want to be the person that drags everybody down even more. Nobody wants to go home to that negative woman. They want to go home to the woman that has hope and she gives you hope. So you want to be that girl. Now, if you say, well, that's just not me. I'm just not that type of person. Well, then you're not going to get date number two, probably, because we all like to be around people that make us feel good and make us feel like there is hope in these bleak times. The next thing you can do is just don't be judgy. Don't be critical. Don't be condescending. Be positive toward other people or events in life. Instead of being so kind of haughty, be more humble. Be the woman that looks at somebody else walking into a restaurant and you say, oh, wow, I love her dress. She's such a beautiful person. Be the person that's complimenting the waiter or waitress. If the food isn't quite right, you say, hey, it's okay. I'm just so grateful that I'm out and I'm getting to eat out. You know, just be the person that is not trying so hard to impress somebody. You know you have flaws. We all have flaws. So unless you want somebody picking out all the flaws in you, don't pick out all the flaws in them. Just show mercy instead of criticism. The third thing, be confident. Be real, be yourself, but be confident. You don't have to be prideful or braggy or cocky, but just walk into the restaurant, put your shoulders back, tip your head up, and walk and talk as if you are very comfortable in your own skin. You're comfortable being yourself. You want to be real and genuine. You also want to show that you have standards. You're not going to let somebody walk all over you. That you kind of know what you bring to the table. And you can do that even in a humble way. So there's this fine line between being cocky and confident. When I say confident, I mean be this quiet confidence. You're real, you're genuine, you know you have flaws, but you know you also have some pretty amazing traits too. And you hope this guy will like you, you hope you like him, but if he doesn't, it's okay. Maybe you've just met a friend. If you can be that girl, trust me, he will forget about the girl he met the night before. He will forget about his ex. He will instantly feel connection and chemistry with you if you can do those three things. Be positive, non-judgy, and be confident. So ladies, I want to see you win. I want to see you get date 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think these tips will help you. So practice them. God bless you guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I will see you next time.